That's gonna be a great fight. I'm telling you, both of the guys are very skillful, very talented.
Absolutely.
And my opinion about what I think they are don't really make the fight.
Right, absolutely.
It's how them guys fight that night. And we both of us know that both of the fighters are great fighters. So it's just who can actually make the move that's.
And that's why you're good, bro. Because millions out there dropped it, but no. When you got it, I'm like, that I didn't say this.
Terence Crawford has now enlisted former undisputed world heavyweight champion Evander Holyfield to help him prepare for the Canelo fight. Just when we thought getting into Mike Tyson's boxing gym was enough, Terence Crawford shows that he's serious and won't take Canelo Alvarez's threats lying down. When a boxing great like Holyfield comes over, you don't work out, you listen. During Holyfield's visit, Crawford mostly did just that, except for one time when he tried to do some shadow boxing and pad hitting while Holyfield watched. Crawford wants this fight more than anything else, and he plans to give it his all.
Work, man. Good work, man. Good work. Good work. Good work.
And that's why you're good, bro. Because millions out there dropped it, but no. When you got it, I'm like, that I didn't say this.
Evander Holyfield is meeting Crawford because he knows what it's like to be undisputed in more than one weight class. During his career, he was undisputed at cruiserweight and heavyweight. Holyfield has given his opinion on how the Canelo against Crawford bout will go, telling Bout Hub TV that he thinks it will be a step too far for Crawford. Canelo is a simple but effective fighter, so it will be hard to beat him, but Crawford has the skills to do it.
Necessary and get the guy before he get got. And so, that's the art of the game of boxing it's about how you gonna proceed to take it from him, but finding a way how to take it from him. If you just as strong as me and you just as fast as me, I know I just can't run up there in the counterweight. Because can't nobody run up from me that in the counterweight because they gonna get it.
Absolutely.
And so, this gonna be a technical fight that both these guys will find out what.
Crazy like that before. It just say he doesn't have to do it. He doesn't have to do it.
You posted the other day, there's a picture of you in a Rolls Royce, and you said, the quote is, "I can't remember how many of these I gave away." Tell me about that.
It's, I don't know. I guess when you used to having money, it's when I had money, you're not accustomed to that shit, man.
Holyfield says that Canelo is a very good fighter with terrifying punching power, but that he sometimes shows signs of being tired during long fights. Mike Tyson cited his bout with Bivol as an example of this. This could make his punches less accurate and powerful, which his opponents can use against him if they can get through the first few rounds and use his tiredness against him later in the fight. Also, Canelo's defensive skills aren't always reliable, which means that opponents can hit him when he's not paying attention or is moving too aggressively.
A big guy tried to do today. They never let us down, bro.
Will be a tough one today, huh?
Yeah, I think it'll be tough.
Who's
are
gonna
you
win?
rooting for?
Crawford.
Okay.
Everyone wants to know what you're gonna do to Jake Paul in a few months' time.
This lack of accuracy in defense can be a problem when playing against people like Crawford, who are great at hitting the target and taking advantage of mistakes made by their opponents. Another area in which Canelo may be susceptible, according to Holyfield, is against fighters with good footwork and mobility, like his Billy Joe Saunders and Caleb Plant, with whom he has clearly battled to keep up. Canelo's fighting style is more simple and forceful, which might make it tough for him to adjust to opponents who are always moving and creating angles.
Hey, Mike, Canelo Crawford. Crawford's in the building. Canelo fights this weekend. What do you think of that fight?
Where's the fight gonna be at?
Well, they say in Vegas, maybe in September, but Canelo's got to get through.
Furthermore, Canelo's flat-footed style can be unfavorable against certain opponents, especially those with quick footwork and the ability to create angles.
I think Crawford too. But I'm just, it's really a pick'em fight. I'm just interested. I'm gonna be happy in either.
He has exceptional fighting ability, including hard punches, excellent counterpunching, and quick head and body movement. His rigorous training routine is geared to his individual requirements, including long-distance jogging to increase stamina, boxing-specific drills to improve his technique, and sparring sessions to prepare him for the rigors of a fight.
Right now, you keeping your eye on like a Crawford or anybody like that?
I just came from Crawford's last fight.
In LA?
Yeah.
You went to it. What'd you think?
I thought that was a tough guy, and that guy gave, you know what I mean? I'm glad that he came back the last 2 rounds. You know, that guy was very awkward and strong.
Super awkward.
Yeah, and this guy fights anybody. Crawford fights anybody. Yeah. I don't agree with that, you know, because you got to look good in order for you won't.
Canelo's crew meticulously picks sparring partners that match the style and physical characteristics of his next opponent, helping him to hone his skills and gain confidence. This careful dedication to training has allowed him to adapt to many fighting styles and weight classes, transforming him into a fearsome opponent in the arena. Canelo's success stems from his dedication to his job, which requires him to constantly adapt and improve his skills in order to stay ahead of the competition. He has shown an unwavering enthusiasm for boxing, always trying to improve and push himself to new limits.
Next fight, because if you fight this guy, you don't look good. The fans, I don't want. He's not gonna look good at winning with this guy. You gotta constantly have fights that you know and fight a guy that's gonna make you look good. The guy gotta pressure you or something. You know, this guy's running around. Crawford's not used to this kind of movement and
weird
stuff.
fit.
Yeah, awkward as a motherfucker.
Are you ready? You think the world's ready?
His mental toughness is also an important factor in his success, as he has demonstrated resilience in the face of adversity, learning from failures and using them as opportunities for growth and improvement, whether he is facing a difficult opponent or dealing with the pressures of being a champion. Canelo's mental strength has helped him stay focused and driven. Canelo Alvarez has become a world-class boxer thanks to a mix of physical skill, strategic training, and mental toughness. His record-breaking career includes multiple world titles in four weight classes. When asked about the meeting, former heavyweight champion Mike Tyson quickly spoke out against the notion of Canelo and Crawford fighting, citing the weight differential between the two fighters as a major reason. Mike Tyson stated on the It Is What It Is podcast that he thinks the significant weight disparity between the boxes will be important.
You think about Terence Crawford calling out Canelo.
You know, I don't like that fight.
Why not?
I don't like that fight. It's just too much weight. You know, and
You know, I hate that fight. I hate that fight for him. The weight difference was pretty aggravating. It's a lot of weight, Tyson said. And to back up his claim, Tyson remembered Crawford's fight with Israel Madrimov in August 2024, when Crawford was the welterweight champion and had moved up to 154 pounds. The fight ended in a decision, which has happened extremely rarely since 2016, but Crawford would have to go up to weight classes to face Canelo. Therefore, Tyson thinks he shouldn't be facing that guy.
he had a close fight with the last guy he fought, Terence, because this guy was big and he was awkward. He was really awkward. He shouldn't have fought that guy. He should have fought a guy that would just come straight at him. The guy was too awkward.
He's herky-jerky.
Despite his immediate reaction to Crawford stepping up to face Canelo, which is a huge ask for the 37-year-old Iron Mike, appears to have reversed his stance, claiming that his eyes mean nothing. There have been men who have beaten people, and they are beating people to divisions larger than them. It is not impossible. Henry Armstrong, a featherweight, beat the middleweight champion at 130 pounds. He defeated the welterweight champion and then drew with the middleweight champion, so I think size is irrelevant, but determination is everything. There were already signs that Iron Mike Tyson altered his mind after agreeing to Keyshawn Davis. Comments regarding him, Terence Crawford and Shocker Stevenson have both gone perfect.
We the best boxers in the town. We the best boxers. Stop playing, bro. We got Shakur Stevenson, Keyshawn Davis, Bud Crawford. We the best. Stop playing. Who can beat us? Nobody. Stop playing. We got Mike Tyson right here.
This happened on the Fatal Fury card in Times Square, New York, where Rolly Romero defeated Ryan Garcia for the title. No one can beat us. We are the best champions. An ecstatic Keyshawn Davis exclaimed in the streets of Manhattan, referring to himself, Shocker, and Crawford remarked that Iron Mike endorsed, knowing that the news of Terence Crawford's toughest battle was on the horizon, so he joined in the enthusiasm. It will be a huge success, and Tyson has mentioned Crawford before, whom he considers a versatile boxer who will surely do much more against Canelo than William Skull, who put on a terrible show in Riyadh that felt more like a long-distance race than a boxing match. This is what the famous Tyson mentioned. Terence Crawford has proven over the years that he is an excellent, adaptable boxer. He is going to be enormously successful. He went on to discuss Crawford's strength. He thinks Terence Crawford's success stems from his unparalleled adaptability in the ring.
Canelo versus Skull.
Canelo did what he had to do to get the victory.
What do you want next? It seems like that's going to be the fight tonight. Terence Crawford versus Canelo Alvarez, the biggest fight in boxing.
Well, Canelo's the face of boxing. He's the best fighter for Terence Crawford out there. He's the biggest fight for Terence Crawford out there. So that's why Terence Crawford want to take the opportunity to share a ring with another great.
How do you beat him?
You'll see.
His ability to transition between orthodox and southpaw stances makes him a nightmare to face, allowing him to create angles that confound opponents and exploit weaknesses. This distinct skill set allows him to adapt to various fighting methods and profit on his opponent's mistakes. Crawford's lightning-fast quickness is another adding aspect to his success. His hand speed and footwork are among the best in the sport, allowing him to land rapid combinations and escape punches easily. Mike Tyson pointed, Crawford's superb ring generalship has also contributed greatly to his success. He has a good sense of spatial awareness, allowing him to control the speed and distance of a battle.
Everyone's talking about the weight differences. What's your kind of response to that, Terence?
That's why we fight the fight. So September 12th, we all going to see if the weight going to make a difference or not.
Do you want to fight him twice and then retire? Is that kind of the ideal thing for you?
One fight at a time. One fight at a time.
What did you make of, I know you didn't say much on tonight, the effectiveness of William Skull? He came to, to decision as opposed to win the fight. Would you agree with that?
Crawford employs his jab, footwork, and ring movement to control the fight, making it tough for his opponents to make a successful attack. His ability to modify his plan mid-fight is another example of his fighting ability and intellect, whether he's up against a pressure fighter or a boxer puncher. Crawford's adaptability allows him to stay one step ahead of his opponents. Crawford's commitment to his trade is also proven by his rigorous training regimen, which includes intense sparring, conditioning, and technical exercises. His desire to continual progress has allowed him to stay at the top of his game and achieve significant success in the world of boxing, thanks to his unique blend of speed, variety, ring generalship, and dedication. Crawford has established himself as one of the most skilled and formidable fighters in the sport. Yet, it would be unjust to Mike Tyson to ignore Crawford's flaws, as he had previously noted Canelo's flaws. Terence Crawford has few weaknesses, but they can be important in specific situations. He stated Crawford suffers while fighting on the back foot against aggressive opponents who build up pressure. This was demonstrated in his fights against Kell Brook and Nigadis Kovalyauskas, where he struggled to handle their continuous attacks when confronted with competitors who were continually pressing forward and applying pressure. Crawford may occasionally find himself scrambling to keep up and defend against the onslaught, which can lead to moments of vulnerability and potentially detract from his own attack. Crawford's susceptibility to body shots is another possible weakness, as he has a tendency to hold a high guard when blocking attempts, leaving him susceptible to body shots.
He was boxing well, and then he just stopped doing what he was doing earlier. I don't know. I can't call it.
Do you think Canelo slipped as a fighter?
No, I don't. I just think that, William was doing a good job neutralizing Canelo power punches. He was just moving a lot.
Do you think that's a style you have to employ in points of the fight?
I don't know, because if you watch the styles that beat him, they didn't move a lot. They moved a little bit, but not.
The body shots did not appear to have a big impact on Crawford's performance in that fight, but they are an area where he may be vulnerable in the future, especially against opponents who can effectively target the body and wear him down over time. Overall, Crawford's skills and versatility make him a tough opponent, but his shortcomings are worth knowing for anyone looking to match up with him. Sean Porter, who is well aware of Crawford's abilities, expresses concern that the bout will be tough to anticipate. No question. Look at Crawford's tremendous showing against a great boxer like Errol Spence Jr. Regardless, in an interview with Marcos Degas of Fight Hub TV, Porter discussed Crawford's rise up to divisions and the power disparity between boxers fighting in different weight classes. I am concerned about him absorbing a Canelo punch, especially over the course of 12 rounds, Porter admitted. However, Porter had an interesting analysis suggesting Canelo would eventually slow down, as he had done in most of his recent fights, so it led Porter to believe Canelo would start the fight on the front foot and ban on Crawford, breaking him down before the late rounds when he won't have the energy, while Crawford would. Even so, Sean Porter did not look certain that he knew who would win, adding, "But there are so many components that make a champion. When we talk all of Terence Crawford's components, we may easily have an hour-long session."
Canelo become undisputed again, and I beat Canelo. What could they say? They'll say something, but what
they're gonna find something. You know that.
But what can they really say?
All right.
So that's the legacy fight right there for me. I'm not looking at.
Sean Porter, who was stopped by Crawford in the 10th round of their 147-pound title fight, disagrees that Canelo Alvarez has an edge here. He told Fight Hype that his previous opponent has numerous benefits over an elderly Canelo. "You need to get your head out of the world of who is stronger. Boxing is more than just strength. It's also about brains, athleticism, speed, stamina, and experience. The list goes on. When you sum it all up, you realize, wow, a lot is actually on Terrence's side. I believe that fight would be quite interesting. I believe Canelo is a different person than he was 3 or 4 years ago. I wouldn't say he's quickly falling, but his career is clearly not progressing, and he hasn't performed at this level in 2 or 3 years. Canelo's slide is not fast, but he is not the same as he once was. A fight between them would be intriguing and certainly competitive.
The others say, like, no, that's 2 more weight classes. Like, once he gets touched by Canelo, it's going to be different.
I am concerned about him absorbing a Canelo punch, especially through the course of 12 rounds. We do know this about Canelo. He's going to slow down, so I think if anything, Canelo would try to start fast and bang on him and break him down before he gets later, and he's still got that kind of steam. But, there's so many components that make a...
Las Vegas will host one of the year's most awaited fights. Terence Crawford and Saul Canelo Alvarez will square off on September 12th in a fight between undisputed champions that threatens to go down in boxing history. Canelo is the favorite, but some analysts think Bud can compete despite the weight differential. Crawford is the undisputed king in 3 divisions, so this is more than just a fight. It's about legacy. Some, such as former boxer Tim Bradley, think Bud's method will be difficult for Canelo to understand as he struggled against slippery opponents in his most recent fight against William Skull, a former world champion in 3 divisions. Tony is famous for his daring move to heavyweight when he stunned the world by beating Evander Holyfield. In an interview with Ease News, he shares his faith in Crawford without hesitation. Tony made his opinion clear, dismissing worries about the size difference between the 2 rivals. "I have Terence Crawford. It's all about skill. When I fought Evander Holyfield, everyone noticed there was a size difference." He reminded Tony and anyone who believe in Crawford's skill that while the difficulty is real, so is the chance.
Told you, I'm a fight doctor. The new improved fight doctor.
Right, you nailed it. You said Crawford would wash Spence.
happened. You saw what happened.
It was a decapitation.
Yes, it was. But you know what? Terrence Crawford is an incredible fighter. And it'd be hard to beat him. Anybody at 154 or he was 60 or he was 68. But the Mexican monster, he crazy.
Canelo's supremacy at 168 pounds is no fluke. Since debuting in the category with a knockout of Rocky Fielding in 2018, the Guadalajara native has faced and defeated some of the best in the game. And that's all for now. Stay up to current on boxing news, moments, events, and activities by subscribing to our YouTube channel. And don't forget to switch on notifications to be told when we post quality material like this. So, until next time, peace.